Hi friends, this is Miss Ann here at the Warminster Township Free Library, and welcome to another holiday craft. Today we're going to be making a winter solstice Yule log, so let's get started. As always, we're going to talk about the supplies as we start. These are the things that you're going to need when you want to make this craft. So if you picked up a kit here at the library kit will include a toilet paper roll, printed paper that has this like wood grain look to it, 3 red candle cutouts, 3 small pieces of yellow pipe cleaners, and a piece of string. These are all things that can be supplemented. Instead of wood printed paper, you can use brown paper or just use the toilet paper roll, maybe paint it with brown paint if you have it. The candle cutouts you can easily make out of red construction paper, and if you don't have yellow pipe cleaners, again, you can use yellow construction paper for that. And that piece of string, a piece of yarn could also work. Things that you're also going to need is glue and crayons or markers. So step 1, if you got a piece of that lighter wood paper like I did in my kit, you may want to color it and make it darker like I did. I used a brown crayon and then it just darkened it a bit, so you can do that. Or if you have a piece of white paper that you're going to kind of tie around the toilet paper roll, at this time you can color that paper before you glue it on. And if you don't want to use paper and you want to use paint, this is another opportunity. You can start painting your toilet paper roll. I love this craft because there's so much variety. You can do so many different things with it. So step 2, again, if you have that wood printed paper, we're going to glue it around the toilet paper roll. So we will glue one side and then wrap it around. And here's kind of what it looks like. So I put glue on, the toilet paper roll, and then I'll glue it down. As you see, I put the piece of paper on it, and then I kind of rolled it around to secure it. As you'll see, it'll overlap a little bit with the paper that you just put down in the very beginning. So you might want to put some glue also on the paper so that it'll stick to itself. See, that's the next step. So I put a little bit of glue there and then wrapped the rest of that paper on top of itself so that it will stick all the way around. So, while your Yule log dries a bit, you can at this point take a little break, maybe go do something, come back, let your Yule log kind of dry, or you can move on to the next step, which doesn't really require too much. The next step is you can add the string. You are given a very long piece of string. You do not need it to be that long if you do not want it to be that long. However, you can if you'd like. It's really up to you as to the length of that string. You can turn it into an ornament for a Christmas tree, or you can hang it, outside or something like that, hanging around your house. So we're going to add that piece of string for step 4. So I fed that piece of string through the toilet paper tube, and then after it's pulled through, step 5 is you're going to tie a knot at the other end, so that way those 2 pieces are tied together. Again, at this point, you can also shorten it by giving it a little haircut and give it a little trim. So step 6, while everything's maybe still drying and while you're done with the Yule log portion, you're going to move on to the flames. We have to add our fire to our Yule log, right? So let's work on the flames, and the first thing is those little candle cutouts. They kind of look like little half moons and then a little bit kind of extra. We're going to flatten one side by folding that end of the candle, so that way they'll be able to stick up when we move them down. And so that's kind of what they'll look like. They'll be able to kind of stand up a little bit, which is kind of cool. And then we'll work on the pipe cleaners. All I did with the pipe cleaners, they were tiny little, less than an inch piece. I just rolled them up into, I kind of curled them around on itself, and they kind of look like little roly-poly bugs. And then you can glue them onto the candle cutouts in a second. So step 8 is to glue your yellow pipe cleaners onto the red candle cutouts. So I just glued them into the center. They looked a little bit like that. I recommend allowing those to dry before you move on to the next step. Now, I will say I just moved right on and did it anyway, but it will be easier if you let it dry. If you used like a glue stick, you might require a little extra glue. So step 10 is now you're going to assemble your flames onto your log. So you're going to put little dots of glue or use your glue stick, and you're going to glue the flames onto your log. You're using that flattened portion that we folded in an earlier step so that it'll stand up straight. And I had a little background, so I actually was able to tilt it a little bit and let it sit. So step 10 is to kind of let your creation dry a little bit before you hang up your craft. So especially the flames, they're going to require a little bit of time to glue to kind of set. Usually about 30 minutes without movement is pretty good. But you want that to dry, otherwise those flames are going to fall right off, and so we don't want that happening. So the last step, and you could have done this earlier, certainly. Using a crayon or a permanent marker, in my case I used the permanent marker, you can write Happy Yule on your Yule log or leave it blank. So you can leave it blank. If you celebrate Christmas or another holiday this season, you can also write that. What person doesn't love a fire, like in a fireplace? So it's kind of reminiscent of that, and so you can do that. And the string that allows you to hang it wherever you'd like. And of course, once everything is dry and ready to go, step 12, hang and enjoy. Happy Yuletide, everyone. So we hope that you guys enjoyed this Yule craft. As always, please check us out. We have other really fun holiday videos on our YouTube channel, so check those out. We also have other craft videos in general, so if you liked what you saw here, check out YouTube. Go to Warminster Library on YouTube. And happy holidays to everyone. And we hope to see you guys very soon at the Warminster Township Free Library.